morning. It's 8 o'clock this December 16th. Thanks so much for joining us here on Arc Rochester. I'm Dan Schrack.
And I'm Stephanie Joseph. We've got a lot to get to this morning here on Arc Rochester, including we are celebrating this Victory Monday. The Buffalo Bills coming out on top against the Detroit Lions yesterday. We will be joined by the Buffalo Plus team with their takeaways on yesterday's big win.
Yes, we like that. And then later, Mrs. Kasha Davis is going to join us live in studio with a look at some of the upcoming shows she's got going on this month. Holiday hams, big wigs, and much, much more.
But before all of that, we want to get a check of the forecast this morning with our good friend, meteorologist Marty Snyder.
Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, we're starting off with temperatures mostly above freezing right now, so that's some good news across a lot of the area. And we're going to see temperatures continue to increase a little more. Latest number at the airport coming in very close to 40. And we'll continue to build on some of these numbers as we head forward throughout the day. 44 at noon, probably somewhere in that mid-40s range for highs. I think most of today is going to be dry towards the very end of the day. I just can't rule out a little isolated shower by late afternoon, but I think the better bet for some rain is mainly as we head into the evening and into the overnight as well. And we'll stay warm enough to support just that, just rain overnight, but then turning a lot colder by the end of the week, maybe struggling to even get back into the 20s for some of the highs by the end of the upcoming weekend. So again, that's a little ways down the road for us. I think at least for the next couple days, we'll keep these temperatures above freezing through the day and even through the night as well. So at least some good news to start off the week.
Marty, I gotta tell you, you look good on YouTube, my friend.
Yeah.
I just wanted to pull it up to make sure we're streaming, and
Got it.
quite honestly, all three of us look really good on YouTube.
It's a good day.
Okay.
Well, I have my voice back, so at least you can hear me on YouTube.
This
Right?
is true.
It wasn't
This
as
is
good last
true.
week.
We're happy for that because something tells me you're going to need it the further we go into the winter season.
Most definitely. Probably a busy season coming up, of course.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
All right, turning now to our first segment of the morning here on Arc Rochester. We're talking about some of the work being done in your community.
We like this story. St. Peter's Kitchen is an organization that provides food, resources, and social services to people on the west side of the city.
Yeah, and Chris Lopez has been live all morning there. Last month when they gave out Thanksgiving baskets, he's live this morning talking about what they are doing today. Hey there, Chris.
There she is.
Hi.
We're with the shoppers in the last hit, but this is a kitchen, right, Bob Owen?
Yep,
you guys
absolutely.
got Thanksgiving dinner going on Christmas, or I'm sorry, I'm still in Thanksgiving mode. Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve.
Yep, we'll be serving from noon to 1. All are welcome. We're going to have a very special dinner. We anticipate preparing for 450 meals, and we're adding a lot more to the menu than a normal weekday. We got a charcuterie. We have a special salad that we've made. We're doing our famous St. Peter's Kitchen mac and cheese, a round sweet potato casserole, which we'll be making in a moment, collard greens, and then assorted cakes and cookies.
Real quickly though, I don't want to let you go before I ask you this. We were talking. You want to do a little something special with the greens. I want to let's put some pressure on someone.
Well, there's just so much. With the greens, I'd put bacon in.
Okay.
That would be me. I'd put bacon in. But again, I don't know if that's going to be practical for 450 people, or people can stand the smell of the bacon. It's not that healthy, but it's good. And it's Christmas time.
A cheat meal is at least once a year, and
Yes.
that can be on Christmas.
So we also got to start making cookies. So what we're going to do is put this in the oven. We need probably about 1,000 cookies. So we're starting to make them. These will need to be frosted. So we're going to pop these in here now.
1,000 sugar cookies. Did you make 1,000 sugar cookies last year?
I don't know what the number was, but it was a lot of cookies. So it's in now, and we'll pull them out. You can try them. So I'll go over and get some more shoppers.
Got the shoppers going on. We were talking to Cassandra in the last. Now, she was shopping for a lot of children. She was getting various things, and they have blankets, they have plushies, they have different board games, they have sports, bicycles. There was even a drone. Dreams from Drake also helping, making a generous donation this morning. 2 shoppers going on right now.
Got Anthony, who's right over here, and Chris. They each have 1 child, and we'll turn it over to them if they want to say anything. And then we have 2 people that'll help her shop.
You guys work here as well. Can you tell me about what you guys do, when you guys volunteer, and what you do here?
Essentially, we are kitchen hands, but we wear many hats here. We help with deliveries. We go out on deliveries, assort delivery stock here at the pantry. We help in the kitchen. We wash dishes. We detail around the building. So there's a lot we do and nothing that we don't. So it's a pretty cool place.
And helping, you guys are helping people. How does it make you feel to come in here, do all of that, and then get to shop here as well?
Oh, it's awesome. This is a wonderful place to work. Helping the community every day is like a really good feeling. I love working with the community. We have a they're awesome and amazing people, and the people that work here have really big hearts, so it's really cool.
And are you guys gonna grab a cart right now?
Yes.
Yeah, and who are we shopping?
My 3-year-old son, and
what's he like? Is he picky?
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Huge into
Okay.
dinosaurs. Huge into dinosaurs and Power Rangers.
My daughter, actually.
Is she picky? What is she like? What is she like?
She's into any. She's actually really hoping for like a little tablet we've been looking for this summer. So, I mean, actually this winter. So we'll see.
I'll let you guys get to shopping. We'll show off some of the merchandise. You can find some Power Rangers or something around here. Like I said, there's board games, different various types of like the throw burrito. I have not played that game yet. I saw that on the Pirate Toy Fund. Everyone tells me that's a beautiful game to play. They have sports, basketballs, footballs, bicycles over here.
We have everything. We have drones. We have arts and crafts kits. Just about everything. And if you look, there's really a diverse range of products, depending on what the kids is. That you can see that we have a variety, but we also have, if you're looking here, you can see that we have diverse toys.
And from which age?
4 to 7, and this is the girls section, 4 to 7, and girls like dolls, I guess, and a huge variety of them, and all different things. Some things people may not think about. You know, in a kid's room, that could be fun too. Pets a lot. Can make little bracelets.
And Bob, I'm going to be prepping food in the kitchen in the next hit. What am I prepping?
Oh, you're going to do sweet potatoes style, which has plenty of great stuff for you.
There we go. They're putting me. I'm going to head over there.
Chris Lopez, we do want to make sure as you're in there, or just walk away from us. It doesn't matter. We weren't,
I'm sure
we
he's
weren't
listening
talking
still.
to you or anything. Peel those potatoes. Friend.
Go back and forth.
Yeah,
Don't.
I will.
Yeah, we just don't want you to lose any skin off your fingers.
All right. Starting now to our poll of the day this morning. We want to know, are you done with your holiday shopping? Let's see if it'll appear here on this. Hello.
This is a good question. A good question. Okay, are you done with your holiday shopping? Tell us more in the comments below and tune into Arc Rochester starting at 8 a.m. on Fox Rochester. Here are your options. Signed, sealed, delivered, baby. Done and done. Only a few left to go. Waiting till last minute. Or I don't buy gifts. I get them.
I love giving gifts, but I am not done yet with buying because we've got 2 more days until the big regular shipping deadline.
Yes.
So I intend to finish by then.
Yours have to, we have to ship yours.
Yes.
Oh, we're not going
Yeah.
to see the family for the holidays?
No.
Okay. Then yeah, I would say get them shipped sooner rather than later.
Today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, who do we have to shop for?
I've got my mom, my sister, and a friend.
Okay.
So,
Am I that friend?
of course.
Good
of
to know.
course.
All I care about, Steph, I will love anything you get me. Just make sure it comes with a gift receipt.
Gotcha.
Head over to our X social media page. You can weigh in on this poll. Comment below the poll. Share the poll. Just scan that QR code with your smartphone to do it now.
And we'll have the results as well as your responses coming up at the end of our next hour.
8:09 this Monday. Stick around. A lot more to come right here on Arc Rochester, including when we come back, how Santa hit the town and some bars this past weekend.
And don't forget, you can watch us on the go wherever you are streaming us live over on the 13 Wham YouTube channel. See you there. 8:12, time now for Trending Now, where we get a look at some of the top stories that have people talking this morning.
All right, so we're going to start things out with thousands of Santas hitting the streets and bars across the country for annual Santa Cons.
Now, it's one of the most famous, being in the New York City Santa Con. I said weird words right there, but you know what it is. In New York City Santa Con, Santas, Grinches, elves, and other holiday characters come together. They came together Saturday, actually, strolling into bars and clubs from Midtown Manhattan to East Village in freezing temperatures.
Yeah, here's the thing. When you see them, they are everywhere in New York. Have you ever been to Santa Con?
No.
I've not attended. I've just experienced it by way of being there. And I'll tell you what, some of those Santa Clauses know how to party. Okay,
I'm sure.
The New York City Santa Con is a charitable convention to spread absurdist joy.
I mean, when I see the puppet, I wouldn't say it's absurd. I would say it's
What
all in
puppet?
good fun. Did you see? There was one. You guys saw it at home. I know you did.
That was Lady Gaga.
No, there was a puppet.
There was Lady Gaga in that crowd.
It's gonna come back up. I know it. It's somewhere in here. Just keep watching. All right, participants are encouraged to donate $15 to enter participating venues. And again, all proceeds go to charity, which is great. Similar Christmas-themed Santa Cons were held on Saturday in about 50 cities around the globe.
Puppet.
Yeah, you see?
Okay.
I wasn't lying.
Producer Ashley, I'm going to need you to watch that video back in a minute because at the front of the barricades on the right-hand side of the screen, Lady Gaga, that is Lady Gaga.
It was kind of fast. I feel like
Was that not Lady Gaga?
It's somebody
Am I
who
nuts?
looks very similar. But the other major cities include San Francisco and some more places, London, Phoenix, so across the globe.
I don't know why I'm so...
We'll have to take a closer
Yeah,
look.
we'll
Maybe
have
you
to
guys
look.
at home can
I
comment.
just feel like
let us
we're
know.
missing a big part of the story there that,
I mean,
you know.
this is her scene.
it is,
Yeah.
it is, but like... Unconfirmed that Lady Gaga was standing in the front there holding a microphone because it was her. All right, we're going to move on to another holiday story here. A new study found the most dangerous Christmas song. Yes, we said dangerous. According to the experts, a study found that the songs with a BPM greater than 120 encourage dangerous driving habits, so beats per minute.
Oh, no.
Above 120. Bad driving habits. That's not good.
Yeah, so
After some evaluation, Frosty the Snowman was named the most dangerous song to drive to. With a beep.
I'm not laughing fast enough at all.
This is Bing.
He was made of snow, but the children know how he came to life one day.
The second most dangerous song of all.
Oh, All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. That has a BPM of 150.
Who I.
You know it.
You know it. Don't make us sing it. Other song offenders include Feliz Navidad, The Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Well, this is interesting.
Yeah, the findings suggested that these types of spirited songs can have psychological and cardiovascular effects that may increase the likelihood of the kind of driving that results in increased accidents on the road.
That is not good. So I guess we have a question. Have you ever gotten into an accident because you were listening to Christmas music and really feeling the tunage?
Not because of Christmas music or at all.
Okay. I think you start with that. Never.
Never. But I do listen, like, I blast my music, and I have a playlist specifically that, like, when I'm driving, if I'm not, you know, feeling mellow or a little bit blah about the day, I blast it and I turn it up.
What? What? What do we listen to on the way to work? Boom, boom.
It depends. I'll do some R&B, some pop. I have a bunch of liked songs, so it's been like this song by Flo from their new album.
Okay.
I'll listen to Jaded by Miley Cyrus. There's a song by Coco Jones. So a bunch of those. They're a bit calmer, but I still we'll blast a few other tunes.
Yeah? Well, that's all right. You got to. You have to. Have a little fun. All right. Another move, or we're moving along here to talk about some new products that are hitting store shelves. This first one is aimed for that special someone in your life who loves dive bars.
Ooh. Miller High Life is
yeah.
releasing Dive Barfume.
Not good.
It's a premium fragrance that captures every familiar scent you are sure to find at your favorite place.
Okay, so when I think dive bar, it takes me back to my failed days as a waiter, working in restaurants and stuff. And all I can think is, have you ever worked in a restaurant?
Fast food.
Okay, then maybe it's similar. You know, in the dishwashing area, there's often a smell that comes from the drain that's right in the floor. That smell of food and rubber and gross and decay. That's what my mind immediately goes to.
Yeah, it
Why
has a distinct
I
scent
wouldn't
to
want to
it.
smell like that.
I feel like it would be very like musky. I feel like that's the word I'm trying to go for.
Dive barfume.
Yeah.
So it's said to blend notes that will bring the dive bar wherever you are, including cedarwood for the bar top, leather for the bar stools, and the aroma of Miller High Life, and salt for those late night bites.
Salt.
What is the smell of salt?
Maybe you get some pretzel bites.
Sulfur?
No, it's a potassium chloride.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what does it smell like? Salt doesn't have a smell.
Maybe if it's like it doesn't
Salt
really.
water.
It has
but
a taste
salt?
more so. Like a lot of people mimic the like sea salt scent in fragrances. So I think it's probably
Do they?
like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you can purchase this right now if you want. It's on their website. It's only going to cost you $60. Get a couple of bottles.
Yeah.
Why not?
And it is selling quickly, so pick it up now, if you want.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move on to another brand that's taking a shot at some new merchandise. McDonald's releasing an all-new streetwear line. Didn't they just do like pajamas or something? Okay, what do we have here? The fast food chain collaborating with the Japanese clothing company Granip, and they're reimagining classic McDonald's items as apparel and accessories.
Yeah, items include the Golden Arches hoodie. Oh, you can see it there. A super crispy.
That looks comfy. I'm not going to
Yeah.
lie. That looks comfy.
Oh, look at the nuggets. And then there's the super crispy Big Mac varsity jacket. I don't know if we have a picture of that. This one, is fine.
Yeah.
The sweatpants,
There's the Big
Oh.
Mac varsity jacket.
I like that. I've never had a Big Mac before.
What?
I've never had a Big Mac.
Really?
Yeah, I've had a quarter pounder, but not a Big Mac.
Not a Big Mac. Why?
I don't know.
Do you know what's on a Big Mac?
It's they've got the buns, they've got the lettuce, the mac sauce.
Okay, so it's 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
And the thing is, I worked at McDonald's. At one
Oh,
point.
wow. Wow,
I
Steph.
was getting the chicken products.
Do you know something about the beef products that we should know?
No, I
No?
didn't gravitate towards those.
Okay. So the prices for some of this merch range anywhere from $20 all the way up to $110. All of the items are available for pre-order online.
I'd consider it.
Would you?
Yeah.
Listen.
This one, not so much, because you can get a reusable bag. No, not that one.
Here's my damage on all of this, okay? I still struggle with, I don't know, why am I paying a company to be a walking billboard for them? I just don't get it. They should be paying me if they want me to wear their logo.
Well, I'm sure there's some influencers that got like a package, like, hey, we're launching a new collection and we'd love to see you wear it. And then they post a photo. So they're probably.
Yeah, oh, so you're just saying I'm not popular enough, is what you're saying. Whatever,
think you're
Stephanie.
popular.
Whatever. Hey, stick around. We've got much more to come this morning right here on ARC Rochester.
We're back right after this. Good Monday morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. Here's your ARC Rochester news break. Rochester police are looking for suspects in connection to 2 incidents. The first happened just before 7 last night on North Street. Police tell us a 36-year-old man was stabbed multiple times. He was taken to Strong Memorial with what police call non-life-threatening injuries. Then just before 11:30, officers tell us a car was hit by gunfire in the city's Edgerton neighborhood. The driver telling police he was driving on North Plymouth Avenue when he heard shots. Investigators say the vehicle was hit, but thankfully that driver was not injured. No suspects are in custody in either of these incidents. Anyone with information, though, should call 911. A Rochester man is expected to appear in Livingston County courtrooms today, facing several charges in connection to the death of his father. Richard Flegel Jr. is accused of shooting and killing his father, 60-year-old Richard Flegel Sr., last week at a property in Ashen. Authorities then say Flegel Jr. wrapped the body in a tarp before dropping it off in the parking lot of the sheriff's office in Geneseo. Flegel Jr., who deputies say is a convicted felon, has pled not guilty to multiple charges. Those include murder, evidence tampering, and weapons charges. New York's Puppy Mill Pipeline Act is now in effect and could change how you bring a furry friend into your home. Starting this week, retail pet stores in New York can no longer sell dogs, cats, or rabbits. It's a big move aimed at shutting down sales from large-scale breeding operations known as puppy mills. Stores that violate the law can face penalties of up to $1,000 per violation. People are still able to adopt pets, though, from humane societies, animal rescues, and licensed breeders. The Rochester community is mourning the loss of a trailblazing faith leader. Father Jim Callan of Spiritus Christi passed away on Friday at the age of 77 after a battle with cancer. Callan was known for pushing boundaries in the church, including welcoming women to the altar, officiating marriages between same-sex couples, and offering communion to all people, regardless of religion. In the late 90s, Callan was excommunicated from the Catholic Church and founded Spiritus Christi.
I think that so many people in the pews, they just know that deep in their bones that people have to be the first thing. And many people know it. Not everyone is willing to act on that belief, and Father Jim was.
Now, we are told funeral arrangements are being planned. We'll be sure to keep you posted as we learn more. Now, for all of these stories and any updates, be sure to visit 13wham.com. Stick around. ARC Rochester returns right after this.
this Monday morning. Thanks so much for staying with us here on Arc Rochester. I'm Dan Schrack.
And I'm Stephanie Joseph. We've still got a lot more to come this morning here on Arc Rochester, but we do want to get back into this morning's show and talk about what's happening in your community.
Some good work happening right now. Since 1982, St. Peter's Kitchen has dedicated its mission to helping people on the west side of the city with various kinds of services.
Yeah, year-round they provide things like food and social services, and now during the holidays they provide even more. Chris Lopez is live this morning for us. He's in the kitchen. Chris, how are things going?
Going pretty well. I got the St. Peter's Kitchen swag on. You see the hat? I got the apron. I always come to work when I'm this second time. I'm put to work.
Put to work here, Chris.
I was chopping the sweet potatoes in between the head. Check these out. Not all me, of course, but that top little layer that you see, that is me right there. Not too bad with the knife skills in the kitchen. What are we gonna be doing?
We're working on sweet potatoes, and we make them very healthy. So what we're gonna do is we don't have enough sweet potatoes, so we gotta use a mix of canned. So what we're gonna do is, Chris, why don't you put that in here, spread that out, and then put these in here. So do that first, yeah.
And then how much people are you feeding roughly?
We're going to figure 450 people on Christmas Eve. All are welcome from 12 to 1. And some of this stuff we're going to end up making about 20 to 30 cans of this. So we're adding a number of things on the menu that we normally don't have, some extras. So we just got to prepare in advance for this. We'll start the collard greens early too. This is all saleable. Now dump the cans in there.
Real quickly though, I was Amy told me about this. You guys do have people coming asking for the toys.
Yes.
Can you remind people though
All the time slots are filled. We have no toys. If you don't have a reservation, we can't do any toys today. Everybody's in the same position that's giving out toys. Everybody's all signed out already.
Okay.
So get an early jump next year.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So why don't you mix in the cans.
Drop in here. The sweet potatoes have to be sweet.
And we recycle all the cans.
Okay.
We don't put that in there at all. Now what I need to do is mix this all up. Okay, and we're going to add just the right amount of brown sugar.
What kind of consistency with these top sweet potatoes? Am I looking to not crush them?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay, I don't want to.
When we bake it, it'll all come out.
I don't want to crush anyone's sweet potatoes.
Just mix all that up.
Mixing it in.
See, we add enough of that.
And you guys, the Christmas dinner, the Christmas Eve dinner is something that you guys do once a year. But throughout the entire year, you guys are feeding people.
Monday through Saturday, 12 to 1. Everybody gets a good-sized lunch. Nobody ever leaves here hungry. You always have a protein, a fruit, a vegetable, and carbohydrate. So you really have a well-defined meal. It's not just high carbs. Yeah, I threw in some brown sugar, but
cheat day at least once a day. Everyone needs a cheat day at least once a day.
You got it. So we're going to add a little cinnamon in there.
My favorite.
So now you can mix it up.
Mix that.
And then you can mix the butter in too.
Yeah. I gotta chop anything?
Yeah, I would chop them up a little bit.
Okay.
So chop up. Yeah.
Cubes in here.
Yep. Butter gives it the flavor. There's no garlic, no salt. So that's unsalted butter. So we try our best to reduce the sodium that we have for our guests. No matter what the weather is, just not when it's sunny, but when it rains and it snows, we oftentimes have tons of people who come. A lot of seniors, as we've said last time, about 40%. Simply can't live on $1,500 to $1,800 a month in Social Security. It's not doable. So they need to come here to get food, and food is life. And we'll talk about that a little bit later about how we refer people and connect people into things. You got to move that around a little bit.
I'm already messing up.
No, that's okay. You got to make sure
shots.
everything is covered in the.
Look at this.
You're not messing
sweet
up.
potatoes flying everywhere. I'm fired.
once you get this down and you do 10 or 15 of them, you'll be an expert, Chris.
Is this better?
Yeah, move that around.
Yeah, move a little bit. Got to get some of this fat in here, right?
Yeah, we'll be stirring up
Salt,
going.
acid,
So,
fat, heat.
Oven door, the top one. We'll put this in here, and so you got to get the door.
You want me to open this?
Yep, top drawer. Oh, you keep your gloves on.
Okay.
They won't help you. There we go.
At St. Peter's, talking about the various different things, who you guys partner with. I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio. Being put to work, first day back on the job from vacation back.
The cooking at home.
I do.
Oh,
Okay.
I do.
great.
All right.
Thank you, Chris.
Why? Why do you ask? Why do you ask?
We were just the
We're-
butter distribution.
Yeah, the butter distribution and your mixing skills. Yeah, I mean, you quartered some of those sticks of butters, and I would have gone smaller.
Yeah.
And you like did one in fifths, and then just moved it all the. I don't know. It's your first day back.
Sweet
Let's-
potatoes are my jam. All right, give me a break. It's day one. Sweet potatoes are not my jam, okay? And I don't really cook with butter. I cook with olive oil.
Okay.
All right, good to know. Thank you, sir. Somebody's angry. Hey, stick around. We've got a lot more to come right here on Arc Rochester this Monday morning, including when we come back, we're taking a look at some, quote, stupid toys.
And don't forget, you can watch us on the go or wherever you're streaming us live over on the 13 WHAM YouTube channel. Welcome back. As we always say here on Arc Rochester, there is a national day for everything, and today is no exception.
Certainly isn't. Today is Stupid Toy Day. And since we have all had our fair share of dumb childhood toys, or I want to call them silly childhood toys.
Yeah.
Well, It might change once we start looking at this list. We thought it might be fun to take a look at some of the most pointless children's toys that are still on the market and people, for some reason, still buy, I guess.
Yeah. All right.
So, do we start?
Sure.
We start. Go for it.
Okay, so the first being iPotty training. So, what do our kids love?
No.
Their devices, so why not trick them into potty training by luring them to the bathroom with an attached tablet?
Because.
Yeah.
Because that's not how you potty train.
I don't like this.
No.
Just because, one, you're getting the device very germy, but two, I feel like the bathroom should be the one place where you do not have
Yeah,
a
don't we
device.
have enough screen time as it is?
Yeah.
And then we're going to teach them to just sit there? Just stay sitting and keep playing.
It could be a prize for after you go to the
Yes,
potty.
yes, all about that. Yeah, bribe them. Go for it. I don't know if that's responsible parenting either, but they're not my kids. Up next, a toy airport scanner.
Oh.
Some kids prefer their playtime adventures to be more grounded in reality. For those children, we have a toy airport scanner. It's like you're working at the TSA.
Yeah.
The game is exactly what the description leads you to expect it to be. You get a little scanner that your child can walk these little dolls through. Okay, Ashley, producer Ashley, I do have a question for you. I think I have shown you an account on social media before where he's a artist and he creates these really outlandish toys and creates one-of-a-kind pieces, brings them into stores and puts them on the shelf as if it's being sold, photographs
Really?
them, and then sells them online for hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Well-
Is this one of those toys, Ashley, or is
This is completely real.
this is completely real?
I think it's interesting. I feel like it could be like a gag gift, you know?
Yeah, I
But-
mean, or...
Does it have any sound effects? I feel like that's the most interesting part of this. You hear a beep beep.
I don't know. I don't know. It's very interesting.
And they don't
I
have
want the
chairs
backstory on whoever's checking their bag there, because we got quite a look going on. All right, coming up next is the Pet Rock. Oh,
Yeah, so
this is. Hey,
I didn't know
the
it was an actual. Oh, and it has little holes.
Oh yeah, Pet
didn't
Rock
know.
is in the. I believe the Pet Rock. Mike DeGiorgio might be able to clarify while you're in the room. I believe that's in the Toy Hall of Fame.
Really?
He's going to look it up right
All
now,
right.
but I believe it is. So the toy is nothing more than a rock that has, and it encourages children to use their imaginations. You get a pet rock, you put it on a little leash there, and drag it along with you. It's got a little nest and a cardboard box that it sleeps in.
Is the rope? Is that supposed to be the nest? The little strings right there?
No, that's its leash.
Oh,
So you can you take it for a walk.
gotcha.
You drag it right behind you.
Not in the Hall of Fame, but you
Not-
can see it there.
Not in the
Oh.
Hall of Fame, but you can see it there. So,
Okay.
hey, Ashley, how much is this pet rock going for?
Checking.
We're
Okay.
looking into
I'm
it.
gonna guess 15. I'll say 10.
Oh, see,
$30
yeah,
on Amazon.
it comes with a leash. It comes with an instruction book and a
I
nest.
went lower because
Yeah.
I thought I was going too high.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
pretty expensive. All right, next toy up is a thumb wrestling set. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war, bow, shake, kiss, and then you fight.
I don't know the extended version.
No?
I've heard it here and there over the years.
I
but-
mean, that might have been the version we made up as children. I don't know. What if you're too lazy to interlock your fists properly and keep them that way for the duration of a thumb wrestling match? For those exceptionally lazy individuals comes this thumb wrestling set, sponsored by WWE.
I feel like I'd end up hurting myself.
I feel like this is something, this and the Pet Rock are something you would buy at Spencer Gifts. What's Spencer Gifts? Way too young. It is.
Is it like the Spencer skateboard store? You know, Spencer's.
Yes.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh,
Like-
you're just adding words to it.
Well, no, it was Spencer. I believe it was Spencer's Gifts.
Is
wasn't
it?
it? I believe so. I don't know. I'm fairly certain. Spencer Gifts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is different.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Maybe it's been rebranded.
I don't think so.
Oh,
This
okay.
one is like in the realm of Hot Topic and Zoomies that I'm talking about.
Zoomies.
Yes.
What are those?
It's a store.
Oh.
Yes, like a skateboarding store. They have different accessories.
Okay.
Backpacks, you name it.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, not like that.
Okay.
Novelty gag gifts. Next, we're being told. This one's real interesting. Go for it.
All right, cup and ball. Not every toy that entertained our forefathers deserves to come back. The cup and ball is a pretty ancient invention. Hold the cup attached to the ball with a string, you see it there, and try to get the ball right inside the cup.
I feel like everyone had one of these. Oh, and I had the next one too. How do you like that? I had one of these growing up.
A Stretch Armstrong? Oh,
One of these.
the ball.
Yeah, but yes, had the Stretch Armstrong. Let's get to that one. Stretch Armstrong. This one literally did nothing but stretch. He didn't. He stretched. And I'll tell you what, that stuff inside was, it was like Gorilla Glue. If it started to leak out, it would get everywhere, and it was not a good situation. What we used to do is you would take stretch, and you would see first and foremost how far you and a friend could stretch, pulling all of his limbs. And then you would also take stretch, and you would throw him from great heights so that he would smack the ground. And the way he lands is like his body takes the shape of the ground that he lands on.
Really?
Yeah, because it's goo. I couldn't tell you what chemical is inside.
I kind of want to see this.
You want to Stretch Armstrong?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get, Ashley, if we can find a Stretch Armstrong on Amazon or eBay or something for under a specific dollar amount, and we'll see if we can make that
I've
happen.
seen them before, but I haven't actually played with them.
Never played with them. We're going to fix that. Coming up next is the Fisher-Price Popcorn Popper. This one is in the Toy Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
micro-sized, vacuum-like toy, and it lets little ones run wild while popping a series of colorful balls that shoot around in a little globe, making an incredible amount of noise. Cute for sure, annoying, well, to those around them.
Okay,
I've seen this.
I have an issue. I don't think this is stupid.
I don't think so
I don't
either.
think Stretch Armstrong is stupid. Cup and ball, hand-eye coordination. Thumb wrestling set, yes, dumb.
Yeah,
Pet rock, it's not the 70s. No.
you just pick one up outside.
Yeah, there's our side hustle. Just start selling rocks on TikTok. The airport scanner, that one's,
It's interesting.
That's
to me.
interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
I would say, as part of a larger set for somebody, I would say that's not stupid. The iPotty training, that is a terrible idea.
Yeah, I would.
There's my 2 cents.
All right. Well, you heard it. This week's edition of Health in a Handbasket.
We are back after this. 8:50 this Monday morning in this week's Health in a Handbasket. We're talking about the most important meal of the day. We all know what that is.
Yeah, of course. We know it's breakfast, but what if we change up the typical offerings and make it more like dinner for breakfast?
Okay, I might be on board. For more, we're joined now by registered dietitian nutritionist Anne Murray. Good morning.
Good morning, y'all. How are you doing?
Very well. How about yourself?
Great. Thanks so much for having me. Today
Absolutely.
I'm here to talk about dinner for breakfast. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, well, listen, I feel like when you work the hours we do here, that we don't ever have traditional breakfasts except on the weekend. It's normally a dinner for breakfast.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I guess you're already on trend. But for those who are at home, who are used to those traditional breakfast foods, I want to tell you about why dinner for breakfast could actually be a healthier option for you. When we think about traditional breakfast foods, they're super high in refined carbohydrates, like pastries and even some fruit smoothies that have a lot of sugar in them. But if we eat real dinner for breakfast, we incorporate some more protein, some healthy fat, and some fiber at the beginning of our day to start our day off strong and keep us energized and focused throughout the day, rather than having an energy crash from those sugary, refined carbohydrate foods.
Yeah, I find that anytime, okay, so full disclosure, I don't buy cereal very frequently because I'm a cereal addict. I can't keep it in the house. You buy the box one day, and by the end of that day, it's typically gone. But anytime I eat it for breakfast, you eat the bowl of cereal, and an hour later, you're starving again.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what we want to prevent too. So we want to stay energized, stay focused by fueling up our plate with those dinner foods that actually are going to keep us energized. So we know how to build those dinner plates. If we can shift our mindset to doing that more towards the morning, you'd have so much more energy and be way less snacky later in the day, which is really good for us. So instead of those muffins or those pastries or skipping breakfast, really using that extra food that you had leftovers the night before can reduce your food waste and build you a great dinner for breakfast.
And you kind of touched on it already, but I'm wondering what some of those dinner foods, what would be some good options to do that transition into breakfast?
Yes, so I've got 3 options for you today. First one, for those people that are not ready to go full dinner for breakfast mode, you could just add your leftovers into a pan and you could make a little sweet potato hash. Say you had leftover vegetables and you had leftover sweet potatoes. You could throw that in a pan and then just pop an egg on it and it would still be like breakfast, right? That would be the first option. The second option is for those more dinner for breakfast advanced people, maybe like y'all. You could do a salmon and rice bowl with greens. That would be super easy to prep, super delicious. And then for those who are vegetarian or vegan, you could do a tofu fajita bowl where you really season that tofu with good taco seasoning, have those bell peppers and some greens below it. So you got a full fiber-packed and protein-packed meal.
I'll be, again, full disclosure, tofu stir fry for breakfast this morning right here at work while I was reading the news.
There we go. So you're already ahead of the trend. But as we know, breakfast for dinner just isn't a quirky idea. It's a really good way to start your morning, and it's a way to get out of that morning slump. So you're one step ahead, and hopefully the listeners at home can also try dinner for breakfast once.
Let me ask, Anne, is it okay if then can we ever just sometimes swap? Can we do the pancakes for dinner and we eat the healthy, wholesome, hearty meal for breakfast?
You can always do a little swap, but I always encourage on those breakfast foods. Say you did want pancakes for dinner. What can you add to it to make it more balanced? So pancakes are kind of carby. We need to add a protein and a fiber to it. So maybe you added a vegetable, maybe you add some whole fruit to it, and maybe you add some hard-boiled eggs for protein, and then you've got a more balanced dinner.
Okay, very good, very good. It's all about a little give and a little take.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Anne Murray, thank you so much for your time this morning. We really appreciate it.
Exactly. Thanks so much for having me. And if you want more ideas for recipes, you can find it on my website, nourishedbyann.com, and tag me for your dinner for breakfast things on my Instagram at nourished_by_Ann. Thank you.
Yeah, we will. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, don't go anywhere. We have much more to come this morning here on ARC Rochester as we continue into 9 o'clock.
Stick around. We're back after this. Good Monday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us. Here's your ARC Rochester news break. New state-of-the-art drone detection technology is on its way for the Northeast as the investigation into repeated drone sightings continues. Governor Kathy Hochul announced the federal plan aiming to bring more clarity to what's been happening overhead. The White House says these drones don't seem to be foreign, and in many cases, they're legal, manned aircraft following the rules. But there's still a lot of skepticism.
Let me calm those nerves. We have not seen anything unusual. We have not seen any unusual activity. We know of no threat. We know of no nefarious activity.
These issues are very, very concerning, and the response from the federal government is very, very insulting.
The FBI is sorting through nearly 5,000 drone-related tips, and so far, fewer than 100 have led to credible information. In Oneida County, several staff members at a correctional facility there are on administrative leave after the death of an inmate. It happened earlier this month at Marcy Correctional. The State Department of Corrections says the inmate was sent to the hospital on December 9th after use of force by staff. That inmate, who's not been identified, was pronounced dead the next day. The commissioner of the state DOC has ordered an immediate investigation. State police and the AG's office were notified of this incident. The state of Texas is taking legal action against a doctor in New York accusing her of prescribing abortion pills to a Texas woman. AG Ken Paxton says Dr. Margaret Carpenter of New Paltz mailed abortion pills to a woman who was 9 weeks pregnant. Texas has a near total abortion ban, but a New York law protects doctors from out-of-state prosecutions. No criminal charges are involved, though the AG is seeking upwards of $250,000. Now, Governor Kathy Hochul, in response, said she will uphold the law and protect New York's doctors, adding, quote, no doctor should be punished for providing necessary care to their patients, adding her commitment to maintaining New York's status as a safe harbor for all who seek abortion care and protecting the reproductive freedoms of all New Yorkers. And for all these stores and any new developments, head over to our website, 13wham.com. Stick around. ARC Rochester returns after this.
9:03 this December 16th. Thanks for joining us here on ARC Rochester. I'm Stephanie Joseph.
And I'm Dan Schrack. We've got a lot to come with this next hour here on ARC Rochester. But we want to talk sports because it is a Victory Monday, Steph.
Woo! The Bills bouncing back yesterday after last week's loss, scoring more than 40 points for the second straight game, beating the Detroit Lions. Woo, that's a mouthful. 48-42.
For more on the game and some of the takeaways, we are joined on the phone right now by some of the Buffalo Plus team members. We've got Jenna Cottrell and Mike Catalana. Good morning to you both. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we are, hopefully you can hear us fine. We are traveling back from Detroit. It was a long day and night. But Jenna and I are in the vehicle on the way back after another crazy Bills game.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Good morning. Okay, so talk us through it. Josh Allen yesterday really coming in clutch for the Bills with the touchdowns. I mean, making history. He's now with he's in line with Mahomes, correct?
So right now, you would say, I mean, Josh Allen is having his best season so far. He's in the conversation for the MVP. In our eyes, he is the MVP. I mean, he's coming off a ridiculous fan. There was 4 total touchdowns yesterday from him. But the Bills needed a big play. Josh Allen was there, and he always answered the ball. Last 2 weeks, 10 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, over 800 yards. He is playing at a pace we have not seen before. And this season, he's frankly playing better than Patrick Mahomes right now. But that being said, Josh Allen has just been so much fun for Bills fans to watch because what he's been able to do, the pace at which he's doing it, and I mean, Mike and I were talking, we're watching history right now with what Josh Allen is doing on the field.
You know what I find really incredible? Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
No, I was just going to say, and, you know, last night was an example these last 2 weeks where they've needed all of it. You know, and I know sometimes maybe for fans they get a little frustrated because the defense, which has normally been very good for the Bills, has given up a lot of points in the last 2 weeks. But in this game, not only were the Bills scoring at a rapid pace, but the Bills' defense was missing multiple players. They just kept going. Some weren't there to start the game. Some went out. So it was more like, hey, Josh, you got to keep scoring because it was going to be difficult to stop Detroit late in that game.
What I find really fascinating and, you know, makes me feel good about the team is how much every other team member on the roster is a Josh Allen cheerleader.
Yeah.
Every one of them cheer him on. And is it that way with all of them? Are they all each other's, you know, cheerleader?
Well, I think it's a good way to put it because, you know, we'd say this team's all rowing in the same direction. It's a great vibe with the team. And a good example of that, guys, we're in the locker room. You know, they had the guy, Ty Johnson, the running back, had a huge game. James Cook, right? And Ray Davis, all the running backs. These guys root on each other each time they're on the field. All the wide receivers pulling for each other. But Josh is in a special category. Like you said that, like Dawson Knox, one of his closest friends who made a couple of huge plays, is like, I feel like I'm a cheerleader sometimes just watching him and being amazed by him. And Taron Johnson on the defense is like, oh, Josh is the best player in the league. Like, we can't believe like that what we get to experience each week. So, yeah, I don't think it's that way with every team and every player, but on this team, they're all clearly Josh Allen fans.
Yeah, and I think, too, like, going into this season, we heard so much talk about how unselfish this group was. Like, hey, everyone's going to eat. Everyone's going to get their time to shine. Everyone's going to make this team better on some weeks, and then other guys, and will be other times stepping up. And I think it's been an example of that, but also just what we've seen. We've been talking about it in the locker room after. Like, I just like to watch what he does. He's incredible. What he's able to lab. He's a physical freak, and you get to see him just ball out. So it's funny when you have playing on the same field, be like, I can't. 17 is able to do.
Yeah, and there was a particular moment at the closer to the end of your morning package when Josh Allen did like a chest pass to someone in the end zone. We were marveling at that. It's moves like that that just really captivate you. You can't do anything but just stare and in amazement.
Yeah, Stephanie, that's great because he loved that play. And, of course, it came back because of a penalty. And if he makes the throw, that would have been one of his many signature moments, even though he had plenty. And he even said after it, he's like, yeah, I kind of wanted that one to stick because it was such a great play. But think about what he did. He threw the ball deep. He threw the ball short. He ran in the end zone. He ran around and threw it to his teammates. And then he makes a chest pass. So, you know what? They won the game. Let's just pretend that one counted anyhow because it was another great play. He does it, you know, it was the pitch back play that he made in the game at home. So it was the run to beat the Chiefs. He's had a series of them this year that are just one highlight reel play after another.
Okay, let's get down to the nitty-gritty before we let you go. We're taking on the Pats at home next week. What do you two anticipate seeing out there on the field?
Look, so this Patriots team, they're definitely in a rebuilding situation, but they have a rookie quarterback in Drake May that I think the guys have really rallied around. That being said, the Bills are just a different caliber team right now. They're going to be back at home, you know, playing in Orchard Park. Fan base can do for this team and the energy that brings. I'm not saying this is going to be an easy game because, look, it's late in the season. You know, a lot of guys are banged up, especially on the Bills defense, but where the Bills are playing at right now, they should be, you know, the clear-cut winner in this game. But, you know, you got to bring it every week. I think throughout the season that if you don't come to a game with urgency, like how the Bills played against the Rams in L.A., teams are going to take advantage of that. So for this Bills team, though, they really are rowing all in the same boat. And it's been fun to watch. So we'll see what Sunday has in store at Orchard Park.
Yeah, the other thing you got to keep in mind is these have been two very taxing weeks for this team.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they went all the way to L.A., came back. They had all that snow in Orchard Park. They didn't have a practice one day. And Jenna's right. Like, players went out of that game. We'll find out this week who's coming back. Like, and hopefully they are. But it's the NFL. Like, when there's teams late in the season, some of them are done. They're just done. You can tell. But she's right. Like, this Drake May's a young player. They want to play for him. A win against the Bills, honestly, would make their season. So it's an NFL team. You can't take it for granted. But stuff is still in play. Like, there's still 2 games behind the Chiefs, but Mahomes is hurt. So there are things that are still in play for them in the rest of the regular season. We'll see how they do Sunday.
Well, we're excited to see it play out and hopeful for how the season comes to a conclusion.
Be on the lookout for those score predictions, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you both so much for joining us this morning via telephone. We appreciate it. Get back here safely.
Yes.
And if you want to see more about what Mike, Jenna, and Dan have to say about the Buffalo Bills, whether it be yesterday's win or next week's win, scan that QR code with your smartphone. You know you've got it in your hand. It'll take you right over to the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. They'll give you a preview of what's happening, tell you what happened. They're good. They know their stuff.
They do. I mean, you just heard it there.
Their stuff. Yeah.
All right, don't go anywhere. We have much more to come here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, we're checking back in with Chris Lopez, who is live from St. Peter's Kitchen.
And don't forget, you can watch us on the go. We are streaming live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel. Pull us up on your iPhone, your tablet, your Galaxy, your flip phone. We're there.
Sure.
We're there. 9:14 this Monday. Welcome back. St. Peter's Kitchen is an organization that's been providing food and resources and social services to people on the west side of Rochester.
Yeah, and Chris Lopez visited them last month when they gave out Thanksgiving baskets. Now he's back again. Hey there, Chris. They're live for us, learning more about how St. Peter's Kitchen continues to help people this Christmas.
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, in the holiday season, St. Peter's Kitchen giving out toys, allowing a family member to come shop for the children of all age. You have 3 years old all the way to 12 years old. Different kinds of toys. I was prepping some food for them. They have a dinner going on next week on Christmas Eve. I was helping get the sweet potatoes. I know you guys were roasting me on that, but those are actually roasting in the kitchen right now. But they do a lot more than just that. You guys offer telehealth as well, Mike?
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Mike from his branches. We have an opportunity to work with St. Peter's Kitchen, Amy. Her team does a great job finding those who have needs, healthcare needs, while they're here with food, and they connect them with our telehealth hub that we have right here in their Zen Den. So if someone has needs, healthcare needs, mental health needs, they go in, your social team helps log them in, and one of our providers will see them and have an appointment while they're sitting right here at St. Peter's Kitchen. We're able to see them over at his branches.
And what, 18 months you said you've been partnering, Amy?
Months, yeah.
18 months we've been working with his branches. Thankful for you guys. Mike, you're great. The telemed is it's also a safe place for people. So if somebody's upset in the community, they can just come in and regroup themselves. They can spend as much time as they need in there. I find that the mental health part of this is really, really crucial. It's not just about feeding people. You got to feed the soul as well. Not only your body, you need to feed your soul. So it's becoming a huge thing for the community, and they really, really enjoy sitting in there because it's got to be embarrassing.
That's the Zen room, right?
Correct. Yep, it's also a safe place too. So if somebody's, fleeing domestic violence or that kind of thing, they can come in. If they want to call, for help, they can. Otherwise, I will address it and I will call places to get them into a safe place for a permanent safety.
And you don't have to name names or anything like that, but what kind of examples have you seen come through here, let's say in the past year?
Just a couple months ago, I had a woman come flying down the stairs at the lunch program, and she was clearly distraught and running from somebody, and it was a domestic violence that happened in the parking lot. Many of the community saw that and kind of escorted her down, and I immediately took her into the Zen room for conference, and she wanted to call the police to file a report against him. And other people have just come in with the holidays coming and stuff. It's really, really hard for people in general. So when you're in the community like this and you really just feel lonely, this is like a family for them too. So when they come down, a lot of them will get very upset or, so overwhelmed with this kind of, treat that they get to do. They'll end up breaking down. And, when you're in a crowd of 300-400 people, it's just much easier to take them back there. So it's utilized for many different things. Yeah.
And in your opinion, is there enough of these kinds of services around Rochester, or do we need more?
We could always use more, but we are rich with resources here in Rochester. That's for sure. It's just a matter of knowing how to navigate those systems.
And turning to all of the Christmas things that you guys have going on, a lot of planning goes into it. You guys just don't grab toys from anywhere. What kind of planning? When do you start that, Amy?
I start that about mid-September. I start reaching out to our donors and then start, signing up and accumulating all the toys. And there's only a certain time that we can drop, so I have to make those arrangements with people that it works for their schedule and ours. And, a big shout out to Alyssa's Angels, Dreams from Drake, and the Marchands who all make this happen. On top of volunteers that bring toys in throughout the, September to today.
And a reminder, I want to keep reminding that the toys are essentially booked out right now.
Yes, they are. This is a pre-registration through zip code restriction. So we do 14604, 06, 08, 11, 14, and 19, and 20. We just picked up the 20 zip code because there's not much over there in that aspect. But this is a zip restricted program which has been, the toys are accounted for.
And Chris, Chris. Bob is the face of St. Peter's, but I think Amy is the brain, the hands, and the heart of what happens here. So on an every single day basis, she does an awesome job connecting people with the resources that they need. So we're thankful for someone like her connected to the community, serving them.
And Mike, if someone wants to find out more about your group, where can they go?
Yeah, they can go to hisbranches.org. They can hop online. They can find out the ways to become a patient, ways to support us, or even if you're looking for a job, if you're an RN, we always have spots to cycle in and out. So hisbranches.org.
A ton of work goes in, a ton of help goes in. We will be speaking with the representative from FoodLink in the next hit. I'm going to send it back to you guys in studio.
What version of Uno was it there that we saw the camera stand past? Over that way.
Ooh, I don't know. That's a good question. Oh, I see it.
Is it the Uno No Mercy?
Looks like the regular one.
Oh, okay.
Not a Uno aficionado, but it looks like the regular one.
One?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm
I
learning,
think so.
Steph is explaining something to us called Uno No Mercy. I guess it's another version of the game.
Look
That
it
sounds
up.
really challenging.
Just a tad.
Steph, an Uno aficionado. Did not know that.
Yes, yes.
What can I say?
Just going to the Olympics next year. Thank you, Chris. This morning, stick around. Much more to come here on Arc Rochester. We're back after this.
Good Monday morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. Here's your Arc Rochester news break. Rochester police are looking for suspects in connection to two incidents. The first happening just before 7 last night on North Street. Police tell us a 36-year-old man was stabbed multiple times. He was taken to Strong Memorial with what police call non-life-threatening injuries. Then just before 11:30, officers tell us the car was hit by gunfire in the city's Edgerton neighborhood. The driver telling police he was driving on North Plymouth Avenue when he heard gunfire. Investigators say the vehicle was hit, but the driver was not. No suspects are in custody in either incident. Anyone with information should call 911. New York's Puppy Mill Pipeline Act is now in effect and could change how you bring a furry friend into your home. Starting this week, retail pet stores in New York can no longer sell dogs, cats, or rabbits. It's a big move aimed at shutting down sales from large-scale breeding operations known as puppy mills. Stores that violate the law can face penalties of up to $1,000 per violation. People are still able to adopt, though, pets from humane societies, animal rescues, and licensed breeders. Josh Allen making his case for MVP as the Bills get their 11th win of the season in Detroit. Buffalo beating the Lions 48-42, their 8th straight game, scoring 30 or more points. Allen throwing for 2 touchdowns and running 2 more in. The Bills return to Highmark Stadium next week for a game against the Patriots. New state-of-the-art drone detection technology is on the way for the Northeast as the investigation into repeated drone sightings continues. Governor Kathy Hochul announced the federal plan aiming to bring more clarity to what's happening in our skies. The White House says these drones don't seem to be foreign, and in many cases they're legal manned aircraft following the rules. But there's still a lot of skepticism.
Let me calm those nerves. We have not seen anything unusual. We have not seen any unusual activity. We know of no threat. We know of no nefarious activity.
These issues are very, very concerning, and the response from the federal government is very, very insulting.
The FBI is sorting through nearly 5,000 drone-related tips, but so far, fewer than 100 have led to any credible information. Now, for all of these top stories and any updates, be sure to visit 13wham.com. Stick around. Arc Rochester is back right after this.
6:29 this Monday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us here on ARC Rochester. I'm Dan Schrack.
And I'm Stephanie Joseph. We have more to get to this morning here on the show, so let's turn things back to now, what's going on in your community.
All right, since 1982, more than 40 years, St. Peter's Kitchen has dedicated its mission to helping people on the west side of Rochester with all kinds of services.
Yeah, and year-round, they provide things like food and social services, and now during the holidays, they provide even more. Our Chris Lopez has been live all morning there for us. Chris, what you got for us?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Yes, prepping a little bit earlier for Christmas Eve dinner. You guys throwing shade at the sweet potatoes I was making. Look at how these bad boys turned out. You got the brown sugar crystallizing on the top. You guys made fun of me and my butter spread, but it apparently worked out. Check that out. We got photojournalist Matthew Trupita sifting through that sweet potato right now. Please don't throw shade at that. Got a little bit of burnt pieces here and there, but that is okay. That's neither here nor there. And what St. Peter's does is a ton of things, but they can't. Yeah. What's up, Dan?
Don't be so sensitive, my friend. We're just teasing you.
Yeah.
We're sure you're a fine cook. We're just teasing you, though.
I know, but I gotta put some shed the light on the work.
All right,
Yeah,
fair enough.
I know you guys
fair
are
enough.
teasing me, but I'm teasing you with this food right here. And as I was saying, St. Peter's Kitchen can't do it alone. We have Julia Tedesco from FoodLink partnering with Bob Boyd here at St. Peter's Kitchen. When did this relationship start?
Oh, we've been partnered with St. Peter's for probably 30 plus years. We can't figure out exactly when it started, but early 90s. They're one of our longest and best community partners.
We can't do it without FoodLink. We're partners, and we partner. You talk with Mike, we partner with that. Everything needs to be in partnership because everybody does something different, and people do things very well. So it's just how do we find the right mix to get to the people who need it. We're on the ground with people every day. And by the way, you did a great job on the sweet potatoes. Some people have put it, some of our team has already put sweet potato on the cookie, and it was really good. So, I mean, we move a lot of food through here. We're on track this year for 500,000 pounds.
Okay.
Now, how much food do you
That was going to be my next question. How much food is coming through in here from FoodLink, roughly?
Oh, I don't know exactly. Probably a good portion of that.
200.
200,000 pounds of that. But across our 10 counties, it's about 26 million pounds a year. And this holiday season alone, 2.5 million pounds of food out to our region to support really important organizations like St. Peter's.
That's a lot of food. That's a lot of food.
And right now, I want to talk a little bit about inflation, right? It's a headline everywhere. Food prices are up everywhere. You name it, even at places like Walmart. Has the need for food came up this year or stayed the same as last year?
It's clearly gone up. The need has gone up because the lower your income, the greater percentage of your income you spend on food. And if food prices are going up, you're on a fixed income anyways or a limited income. So you're more negatively impacted than those that make more. And when we look at, remember, food prices are a matter of supply, demand, but also weather. So that if you have a bad season in Mexico for strawberries, we don't have fresh strawberries.
Avocados.
So there's nothing that, I mean, we're going to see inflation on food continue, and probably, depending on what happens from the economic cycle and all that stuff that we're talking about, you could see prices really going up for food.
And FoodLink, you guys, can you name other places that you help out as well? It's not St. Peter's Kitchen, it's other places too, right?
Yeah, basically almost every single food pantry in the city of Rochester or in our region or meal program like this, like Blessed Sacrament Soup Kitchen, Open Door Mission, those are all of our core members. We work together in partnership to make sure everyone in this community is fed.
And Bob, you guys, I want to remind people about dinner next week. When is it and when can people show up? What's on
December 24th, Christmas Eve. We'll be serving lunch from noon to 1. All are welcome, especially for you that are listening. You're welcome to come. We're going to have a charcuterie, which we normally don't have. We're going to have a salad with mixed dressings. We're going to have a ham with a sweet and sour sauce. And we're going to have St. Peter's macaroni and cheese, which is a unique dish that is only served here at St. Peter's Kitchen. And we're going to have some of them sweet potato casserole, including the ones you made, Chris.
Yep.
So somebody out there will be eating We're going to have collard greens, an assortment of desserts, cookies, pies, cakes, and serve about 450 people.
And then you guys all serving lunch today, right?
And we're serving lunch. And another group is over there making.
They're already prepping right now.
Prepping for lunch. So we'll be having another 350.
And then anything else on the horizon right now that we missed? You guys do so much. There was coat drive. Is there a coat drive?
We will have coat giveaways. We already had a group who came in, and they brought more coats. And we'll set a date in January, February to do a coat giveaway.
We're probably coming back in another 3 months. They do so much great work here. I'm gonna leave you guys with a picture of the studio.
A picture of perfection, Mr. Lopez.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I
Really-
appreciate that.
Absolutely. It's really incredible everything that they do there.
It really is. 300, 400 people
Today.
Yes, yeah.
Crazy, crazy. Hey, you at home, don't go anywhere. We've got so much more to come right here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, we're joined by who?
Mrs. Kasha Davis.
We are. She's telling us about some upcoming events she wants you to take part in.
And hey, don't forget, you can watch us on the go, streaming here on the 13 Wham YouTube channel. about to look ahead here on ARC Rochester and talk about some upcoming special events and shows that are sure to get you in the holiday spirit.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but we have our Christmas tree on display this morning. Is that a Christmas? Oh no, that's our next guest, Mrs. Kasha Davis.
Very serious, very demure, classy outfit.
Yeah.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Thank you so much for coming in and getting all dressed up for
Well,
us.
you know,
I'm in the spirit already.
There's never an event, never a show, never anything that you show up to that you don't look like $1 million.
Well, I wanted to spruce it up for you.
Yeah.
Listen, when Kasha came in, I said, I got to feel this. What is it? And she says, blue spruce.
Blue spruce.
Yeah.
You can call me Yuletide Carol.
Keep them coming. I love
you know what I mean? Yeah.
That's good. All right, you got a lot coming up this holiday season.
Oh my gosh. We just did a brunch yesterday. I just want to tell you this, that we think it might have broken the Guinness Book of World Records. And I'm not even kidding about that. 781 guests at Seneca, Niagara for our brunch.
Seriously?
Insane. We were so excited. But this just kicks off the crazy holiday season. One of our favorite places in Rochester, we're going to be at the Carlson Comedy Club this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the 19th, 20th, and 21st. It's holiday hams, you know, serious drag like this, drag, you know, clownery with myself, Aggie Doon, Darian Lake, and we have a ambrosia salad and a special guest, Thorgy Thor, on Thursday and Saturday. Just insane. Just so much fun.
So talk to us about that show. Do you guys do stand-up? Is that
well, you know, drag is a fabulous and can be glamorous, can be silly, very serious like I'm dressed today. But there's the stand-up opportunity for us to host and get up there and talk and interact with the audience, and everybody gets to be a part of the show. And that's what it's all about, community and getting people like engaged. And the Carlson Comedy Club does such a great job. It's just a fabulous venue, and we've sold it out there for several years, and we can't wait. You know, hopefully the weather works out for us. You know, it's Rochester, New York, but listen, get out there with your snow tires. Uber. There's cocktails, and they have big pretzels, which I just love. Have you ever had a big pretzel from the Carlson?
I've not had one from the Carlson.
Oh my gosh, they're the best.
Really?
They're simply the best. A giant pretzel. Yeah. It's like you know, it's just a giant pretzel on a hook.
I've seen them, but I haven't tried. But
Well,
I'm always a big fan of a good
Yeah.
pretzel.
I
sweet
feel
or
like
salty.
this might be our invitation.
This is the invitation.
This is the invitation.
And then my favorite thing I'm doing at Blackfriars Theater, I do my story hour, my drag story hour, and that is on Saturday morning, and it's at 10 a.m., and it's free, and we have another person who is on a reality show, Jason Gonzalez, from Buffalo, bringing treats, free treats to the kids, and then we're going to make a Christmas card for the people who are at the Legacy nursing home. So the kids are going to make cards for holiday cards for them. So, you know, it's that holiday season, the holiday spirit, the holiday time. The show at the Carlson. We've got the brunch happening.
No, wait. We got to backtrack just a little bit and just take me back to Seneca, Niagara.
Yes.
Old stomping grounds, Niagara Falls kid here.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. How do we know, or how are we going to work out this Guinness Book of World Record thing? Like,
we gotta know.
Have they been notified?
So
there's
a whole process that you've got to apply and all this, that, and the other. But we had somebody else who's in the biz reach out and said, that's probably one of the largest crowds there has ever been for brunch. And then we started to look it up, and you can investigate and, you know, apply with the Guinness Book. But why not? I mean, you know,
go for
the press is the press, and get it out there.
Yeah.
It's just so inspiring to me, especially in the world that we live in with all the, you know, possible negativity, to get people together and just having a great time. You know, I mean, if you look on my Instagram, you'll see the video of the crowd. We're doing the wave, and they're just having a hoot, you know?
If you can't laugh and enjoy yourself around others, what is it all about?
Seriously, it really, it's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people get so scared of drag. And obviously, you know, if I saw this walking down the street, I might be scared. But
I think it's fun.
you know, it's the holidays. We have to laugh. If you go into the store and hear Mariah Carey one more time, you know what I mean? So we just have to get out and have some fun and get together.
Do you do a version?
Like
I
nice
do
karaoke?
no. I'm more of the classic, you know, old school Christmas songs.
Okay.
You know, Elf on a
Last
Shelf
Christmas.
makes. Oh, Last Christmas is
That's
a
my
great one.
favorite.
Yes. Elf on a Shelf makes an appearance, which is Aggie doing. It's just hysterical. And like Thorgy Thor, is doing a special number that has to do with Mariah Carey. So that's a fun one. Yeah.
Very exciting. And then you also have more shows coming up.
Yes.
We're gonna hold on.
We're gonna come back.
We're gonna. You don't go anywhere. You either. I mean, you're rooted down though.
I'm rooted.
When we come back, more with Mrs. Kasha Davis about other events she's got on the books.
All right, Arc Rochester is back right after this.
Woo!
feel like we should all be holding hands singing, "Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches."
Oh, they're just fantastic.
They
and
are.
It's a very comfy
Glowing.
one. We couldn't have a chair because I didn't want to sit on my bulbs.
It's a good point, you know?
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, so let's dive back into this.
Yes.
What else do you have going on?
Well, of course, we've got the Carlson Comedy Club, the 19th, 20th, 21st. We've got Blackfriars Theater, free story hour on the 21st. And
I love that you guys are having the kids make the cards. That
is
really
just
nice.
warms my heart.
It does.
It really warms
It
my
does.
heart. And that's what Blackfriars Theater, they do such a great job with the story hour. And then the JCC, it's our 20th anniversary of doing the big wigs, myself and Aggie Doon, all of our celebrity impersonations, and we're celebrating our 20th year again at the JCC, and that is on New Year's Eve, but also on the 28th.
What is that like for you? 20 years.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, how did that happen? Did you ever think back to when you graduated high school? You're like, well, that was so long ago.
Yeah.
There's decades.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we have so much fun together. We're really like, Lucy and Ethel together, and we've had so much fun over the years, and she does the share, and I do the Liza, the Celine, and we've even added some new gals like Katy Perry and Pink and Lady Gaga. Have you heard of them?
Yeah.
We have. So it's just a great way to ring in the new year at the JCC. And the JCC just does such a fabulous job. And we've been there for years doing the show. But 20 years doing the big wigs. I can't even believe it. Yes. That's milestone stuff.
I know.
Milestones.
And then there was another fun one that I'm just going to throw in there.
Do it.
It's the 27th at the planetarium at the Museum and Science Center. And you know how they have that beautiful globe where they put all the projections?
Fantastic.
Myself, Darian Lake, and Aggie Dune. It's just incredible. You lay back, you have drag queens running around you, but you look up at this beautiful projections. It's just so much fun. But really, Drag Me to the Stage is a company that I've formed with my husband and our besties, Tim and Ricky out of Buffalo, and it's been fabulous. We have so many different shows, and it's growing, and it's literally blowing my mind, the support that we're getting from the community. And this is why I love the upstate New York area. You know, again, bringing people together, having a good time, and just, you know, the holidays can bring a lot of sorrow. You start to remember some family members. Maybe you're not a part of family gatherings. Come and join the joy with us.
Yeah, you can be a member of this family.
That's right.
Yeah,
your chosen family, your community family. And it's so great to see the repeat offenders, we call them.
Yes.
They come back to all the shows, and they're full of joy, and sometimes even some tears, just because they have this opportunity to gather and get to make friendships with some of the other people that come to the shows, and it's just
Western
great.
New Yorkers know how to do it.
Right.
They do.
really do.
I mean, yeah. And like I said, Carlson, big pretzel and cocktails. I mean, what more could you want, right?
Took the words right out of my mouth.
I mean, yeah.
Stephanie's a little upset that no one brought in drink samples for any segment this morning.
Bad,
I've got something under the tree. I don't know what it is.
You probably
I don't think
got
we should investigate.
A little sniffer, maybe. Can we talk about what's happening in 2026? Because I think this is phenomenal.
Oh, you're so sweet. Well, we have a cruise that is planned in 2026, and it is just fabulous. We've got drag legends from all over the world, literally, and we have, of course, RuPaul's Drag Race sisters, Rochester's celebrities, all gathering together, and it is a cruise. In 2026, it leaves out of California, it's Puerto Vallarta, and how do you say it? Mazatlán? I can't say that word. It sounds like Hazelton. We're going to stop at Hazelton on the cruise ship.
I thought it was
Mazatlan, I think. Anyway, it's just fantastic.
Oh, I know exactly
you know what I
you're
mean?
talking. Yes.
Yes,
What is it?
I think it is similar to Mazatlan. Yeah,
Mazatlan. Yes, is that right? That's right. Mr. Davis is shaking his head.
There we go.
And it's great. There's shows on the ship, and there's bingo, and it's fabulous. And you get to cruise together, and it's just another amazing event brought to you by Drag Me to the Stage.
Well, and it's another amazing event, and it's another amazing opportunity just to connect with other people and laugh.
Yes.
You can enjoy life.
Exactly. You know, I always try to say this and add it in. So many people will like to look at the differences. Oh, you're not like me. You're not like me. I'm afraid. Don't be afraid. Look at those differences and see our similarities. We've got one quick life to live. Let's enjoy it together.
Ain't that the truth, my friend? It certainly is. Hit them with the website one more time.
DragMeToTheStage.com for all of the shows, the Comedy at the Carlson, the Blackfriars Theater, the Planetarium, and of course, the JCC for New Year's Eve.
Oh, it's going to be exciting. You got to get home and get back in the tree stand.
That's right, I got to get in the stand.
To dry out here. Mrs. Kasha Davis. Thank you so much for coming in. It's always
back
so
to
much
business.
Fun. Back to business. There we go. And you don't go anywhere. We've got our final thoughts coming up after this.
We're back after this. music hits every time for me.
Does it?
Yeah.
You like the final thoughts music?
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Makes you feel upbeat.
We'll see if we can get that on a loop and send that to your MP3 player or something.
Great.
Hey, it's time for our final thoughts right here on Arc Rochester this Monday morning.
All right, let's get to our poll of the day.
Let's do it. Okay, so this morning we asked you, are you done with your holiday shopping yet? We gave you options. Steph?
Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours.
Yep.
Only a few left. Waiting till the last minute, or I don't buy, I get.
Ooh, I like the attitude on that. And the results? Only a few left.
That was my choice.
Was
Everyone's with me. We're
well,
all in the same
it's
boat.
the truth. I've only got a few left, too.
Yeah.
I do like the I don't buy, I get, so go you.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Hey, that does it for us here on Arc Rochester. Make sure to wake up with us tomorrow morning starting at 4:57 over on the other channel. What is it? 13 Wham ABC.
And we also have much more live local news coming up later. 13 Wham News at midday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.